TV soap news and spoilers today. We're diving deep into one of the most intense and emotionally charged storylines currently playing out in Salem. As many of you know, the dynamic between Xander Kiriakis and Sarah Horton has always been filled with passion, but it's also been fraught with complications, lies, and secrets. Now, we are about to witness a turning point that could shatter their relationship forever. The question on everyone's mind is this: what will Xander do when he finally uncovers the truth, that Sarah has been deceiving him all along? This week, Days of Our Lives has taken us on an emotional roller coaster, as Xander and Sarah's honeymoon plans were thrown into disarray after Sarah suffered an allergic reaction to some food. While this medical emergency has momentarily paused their romantic getaway, the real crisis looms on the horizon: Sarah's betrayal. As the storyline unfolds, it's only a matter of time before Xander learns the truth about Sarah's deceit. Will he find out the truth through her confession, or will it be through an accidental eavesdrop? No matter how the truth comes to light, one thing is clear: the fallout is going to be massive. Let's dive into the dramatic events leading up to this pivotal moment and try to predict what might happen next. The calm before the storm. Xander and Sarah's honeymoon interrupted. It all started innocently enough. Xander and Sarah were finally able to take a much-needed break after all the drama that has surrounded them. They were gearing up for a romantic honeymoon, a chance to reconnect and put the chaos of their lives behind them. However, fate had other plans. During their trip, Sarah suffered a severe allergic reaction to food. It wasn't just any minor allergic reaction, it was serious, leading Xander to rush her straight to the emergency room. In the blink of an eye, their grand honeymoon plans were put on hold. While Sarah was fortunate to get the medical attention she needed, the incident has left them both shaken. However, what's even more disturbing is that this setback has brought Xander and Sarah closer together in some ways, but it has also allowed the tension between them to build in the background. It's easy to see why Sarah would be feeling a bit off after such a traumatic event. But the truth is, Sarah has been carrying a much heavier burden for some time now, and it's a burden that will soon come crashing down. The question now is, how will Xander react when he learns that Sarah has been hiding something from him all along? The revelation, Sarah's secret, and Xander's discovery. For months now, Days of Our Lives fans have been wondering if Xander would ever discover the truth about Sarah's betrayal. And now it seems like that moment is fast approaching. But how will Xander learn the truth? There are two primary ways this could unfold, and either one promises a gut-wrenching emotional ride. Scenario 1: Sarah's confession. One of the more dramatic possibilities is that Sarah will confess to Xander directly. Given that Sarah has been keeping this secret for so long, it's possible that guilt will finally drive her to come clean. She may decide that the truth is too heavy to bear any longer, and that Xander deserves to know what she's been hiding. However, this approach carries significant emotional weight for both Sarah and Xander. Sarah's confession would no doubt break Xander's heart, and while she might try to explain her reasons for her actions, it's hard to imagine that Xander would understand or forgive her so easily. The emotional fallout from this revelation would be devastating for both of them. Scenario 2: Xander overhears Sarah's conversation. The other possibility, which could be even more explosive, is that Xander will overhear Sarah talking to someone about her deception, specifically her relationship with Philip, and the fake letter she sent. If this happens, Xander will be blindsided, hearing the truth from someone other than Sarah herself. This scenario would make the betrayal even more painful, as Xander would have to come to terms with the fact that Sarah hasn't been honest with him all this time. It would also make Xander feel completely betrayed, as he may feel that Sarah has been lying to him from the very beginning. No matter how Xander discovers the truth, there is no doubt that it will change everything. The deep bond they have forged over the years will be tested in ways neither of them could have anticipated. And as the truth starts to unravel, the cracks in their relationship will become impossible to ignore. Sarah's deception. What has she been hiding? Before we get into Xander's likely reaction, let's take a step back and examine Sarah's deception. For anyone who may have missed it, Sarah has been hiding some pretty significant secrets from Xander. While their relationship has appeared stable on the surface, Sarah has been carrying around a lie that could tear them apart. The central issue is Sarah's involvement with Philip. While Xander was busy focusing on his relationship with Sarah, she was secretly involved with Philip, and she even went so far as to send a fake letter to cover up her tracks. This letter, which was intended to protect Sarah from Xander's suspicions, has now come back to haunt her. And while Sarah's intentions may have been to spare Xander's feelings, the reality is that she has been living a lie, and Xander is about to find out. What makes this situation even more complicated is the fact that Xander and Philip are not exactly on the best terms. With Philip's return to Salem, the stakes are even higher, and Xander will find it increasingly difficult to ignore the tensions surrounding Sarah and Philip's past. Sarah's betrayal is not just a betrayal of Xander's trust, it's a betrayal that involves one of his most complicated family members. Xander's reaction. What will he do when he learns the truth? When Xander finally learns the truth about Sarah's betrayal, his reaction will be one of the most dramatic moments in recent Days of Our Lives history. Known for his fiery temper and passionate nature, Xander is not someone who takes betrayal lightly. He has suffered his fair share of heartbreak in the past, and this revelation will cut deeper than most. At first, Xander may feel a sense of disbelief. He may try to justify Sarah's actions, telling himself that she did it out of love or fear. But as the truth sets in, Xander will realize that Sarah's betrayal was far more complicated than he originally thought. He may confront Sarah, demanding answers, and wanting to know why she lied to him for so long. The anger and pain in his voice will be palpable, as he struggles to come to terms with the fact that the woman he loved kept such a significant secret from him. But what will Xander do next? Will he choose to walk away from Sarah, or will he try to salvage their relationship? It's possible that Xander's pride and his sense of self-worth will be too damaged to continue in a relationship that's been built on lies. He might decide that he deserves better, and that Sarah's betrayal is the final straw. On the other hand, Xander has always been a man of passion, and he may be willing to forgive Sarah if she can prove her loyalty to him once again. The emotional tug-of-war will be intense, and Xander's decision will ultimately depend on how deeply he is hurt by Sarah's actions. The aftermath. Will Xander move on to another woman? As Xander processes Sarah's betrayal, the question remains, will he turn to someone else for comfort and support? Will Xander seek solace in the arms of another woman, or will he choose to remain single for a while to focus on healing? There's certainly potential for a new romantic storyline to emerge from this turmoil. Xander is a complicated man with a history of complicated relationships, and it's entirely possible that he could find solace in another woman. Whether that woman is someone from his past or a new character entirely remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. Xander's heart is going to be put through the ringer, and it's uncertain whether he will ever be able to trust Sarah again. For Sarah, the consequences of her actions will be dire. She will have to face the possibility that she may have lost Xander for good. Whether or not she can redeem herself in Xander's eyes remains to be seen. Her road to redemption will not be easy, and the emotional toll on both characters will be immense. Conclusion: the fallout of Sarah's betrayal. In conclusion, the fallout from Sarah's betrayal is poised to be one of the most explosive and heartbreaking storylines in Days of Our Lives history. With Xander's emotions running high and Sarah trying to come to terms with her deception, it's only a matter of time before the truth comes to light. How will Xander react when he discovers the full extent of Sarah's lies? Will he walk away from her for good, or will he find a way to forgive her and rebuild their relationship? And what will Sarah do to try to earn back Xander's trust? As always, Days of Our Lives keeps us on the edge of our seats, and this storyline is no exception. Stay tuned as we continue to watch this heartbreaking tale unfold, and make sure to share your thoughts with us. Will Xander and Sarah survive this betrayal, or is their relationship doomed? Our TV channel Soap News and Spoilers is the place for those who want to know how the Salem story goes, as well as great Days of Our Lives updates and news. So subscribe to our channel to get what you want. Bye-bye.